We all remember, don't we, those car journeys coming back from family holidays, don't we? Those, shattered and tired nights when no matter how good a holiday was or how long or how short it was, you love that feeling of coming home, don't we? We all love that feeling of just arriving on your driveway and just opening the door, having your own room, your own bed to sleep in, being able to have a shower that's not dirty or polluted. And we just love that feeling of coming home to a place that's ours, and because it's where you live, it's where you spend most of your time it's where you belong, practically. Your house and your home, it's where you belong. Now, the idea of the word home is interesting, isn't it? Because we don't refer to our house as our house, we refer to it as our home. Because each person has their own house, which they call their home. Because when you tell your friends, let's come over, you say, let's come over to my house. You wouldn't say, let's come over to home, because it's not their home. You say, let's come over to my house. Or when you're texting your mum, for example, and saying, I'll be home soon, you say home. You say, I'll be home soon, or home in 15 minutes, or I won't be home today, or something like that. You wouldn't say, I'm coming to our house in 15 minutes. That just doesn't make sense. And the reason is because your mum also lived in that home, or your brothers or your sisters or your dad or your parents or whatever family you have in that home lives in that home with you, and that's their home as well. That their house is that home. Because when it's your house, it means something. It's where you belong, it's your home, and everyone has their home. Thing is, it's a practical home. As Christians, we are all united to a spiritual home where we belong with God. Because your house is where you sleep, where you eat, where you drink, all this kind of practical stuff, but actually spiritually and deep within us, we have a spiritual home, and that's with God. Because just like people in a family call the same place home, us as the family and the church of God can call heaven our home. Now, I don't know whether you've experienced the presence of God, but if you have, then you'll know this, and if you haven't, then I'm telling you, it is a refreshing, it is a comforting, and it's a peaceful place to be in, a feeling, because it's like coming home after a tiring holiday, or like coming home after a cold winter's walk where there's fire, or where there's central heating, and it's home, and it's nice, and it's comforting, and it's refreshing, and it's peaceful. And today's song, which is called Home by Jake Isaac, who, although it's not a obviously Christian song, he's a Christian artist and the meaning behind it is Christian. He talks about his own experience. He talks about that he was once in pain, he was once in darkness, he was once, it even says, losing the will to breathe and the will to live. But the chorus says, and I love this, I quote, it says, I've run for miles, lost myself, nearly lost my soul, but I've been through hell, but I'm home. It says, caught on fire, watch me burn, I'm going to live my life, mark these words, I'm home. And I love that, because in life we're all caught in storms outside, spiritually speaking and metaphorically speaking. We're all on those tiring walks, we all have them. And sometimes we actually mean to go outside, because God calls us to go outside of our Christian bubble and to share the gospel. And sometimes we do go outside. But it's tiring, isn't it? It's hard trying to share the good news. It's not easy to go into a secular world. It's hard. And sometimes, every now and then, we need to remember to come home to the warmth of the arms of our Father, where He refreshes us to go out again. That's why church is important, people. I can't express this enough. Church is important. Your quiet times with God, you should have them every day, where you read the Bible, where you pray, where you worship. They are so important, because those moments are in the days when you live outside. They're the days where you come home. They're the times when you come home. Those little quiet times that you have, they're the times when, in a world that you live outside, you come home for a minute and you're refreshed. And one day, as children of God, we'll be able to come home and stay home forever.